We are progressively being more pressured to invest in our own oppression. These commercials do little to mask their intentions. Every credit card possession is just weighted interest over your head until you break from the compression. The downward force exerted by capitalism, the equal and opposite reaction to greed, the grey assembly line between what I want and what I need. Lost in a retail economy, the cost of things accost me. Just keeping up is exhausting. It oftentimes feels like we're in a race to our coffins. Eventually, we will all be priced out of this market. Even the long-term homeowners will be forced to forfeit or force it to push an image of themselves that isn't true, in the hopes of one day returning to a life that they once knew. Something familiar to retire to, but retiring soon isn't even one of their choices. An entire generation who lost their mortgage and their voices. I suppose this is what they warn our generation to look out for, but there is simply more research done on consumers than institutions. Metadata collusion, return policy confusion, and a handful of Fortune 500 profiting from our contributions. I won't speculate top 5, but you can Google the conclusion. Be sure to clear cache after or risk personal info moving. I can draw the allusion to this, but history shows destiny. Saltfish always make with salt, regardless the recipe. Big banks always made with a money tree. Each leaf is a mortgage we've watered quite splendidly. Low interest rates to stimulate spending, but that means we sign contracts with no ending, which is to say no end in sight, which is to say pay till I die, which is to burden my children before I even give life, which is to burden me with that decision before I even try. I would ask why, but I already know the answer. Financial institutions got greed like a cancer, preying on low-income neighborhoods by rebundling rates. 0% APR for your car sounds great, until you realize you just bought a car you can't pay. And 0% interest only referred to the first 6 months. After 6 months, the fun stops and the rates kick in. The things I seen fine print do to a family should be a sin. But then again, it's not like that wasn't their plan anyways. They knew these 6 months would fly by, so they gave it to you anyway. And they would give it to you again any day you asked. Their task is only to sell the shell and let the inside devalue. By the time you start paying, you've already lost thousands. And yet somehow, we all seem very complicit. If it's not the new car smell that's so delicious, it must be everything that comes with it. The myth is possessions equal status, and it matters what you're whipping. But the whip is only lit if you got a pot to piss in, a plot of land to live in, and a plan on what to do next, and the steps that must be given. We are living on a Wall Street jungle, my friend. A place where a food chain meets blockchain, meets steam train, meets railway, meets low wage, and all the greed that we see today, and all the struggles we can't wish away. I wish I could say for sure I knew the future, that the economy wouldn't swallow itself whole, that our grandchildren will have access to social security, that supply and demand won't be the bottom line one day. A chance for the working folks to finally have it our way.